Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're returning subscribers always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to jump right into this. 19-year-old Alexee Trevizo, which a lot of you guys out there know if you've been covering the story out of New Mexico, is the teenage mother who wound up having a child in a restroom at a local hospital in New Mexico, put the baby in plastic bags, and tried to hide the baby in a trash can in the restroom in the hospital where she gave birth to this child to try to cover up the birth. Subsequently, the child wound up expiring by being wrapped in plastic bags. Now, there was much debate because her trial is coming up, and there's much debate on whether the baby was alive or not. Well, the autopsy report for the child has just recently come out, and it's been determined that the baby was born alive. Now, a couple of details on this report are as such. It says the cause of death, and I've never heard this word before, is entrapment. Meaning, I guess the baby couldn't escape the plastic bags and the way it was wrapped. Because I didn't know this, guys. I thought she just put the baby in the plastic bag and then spun the baby, because, they said the baby was spun real tight, until it made a knot, and then wrapped the baby up, put it in the bottom of the trash can where the liners are at, and then put a new trash can liner over top of it to hide it. She wrapped this baby in a bag, then put it, so it was almost like she shrink wrapped the baby. I mean, it's not funny, but that's just strange to do that from something that came out of you as a mother, number one. And number two, it seemed to me like she wrapped the baby to where in so many plies of trash bags where it couldn't move, was constricted. Thus you have the cause of death, entrapment, and had limited breathing opportunity. Plus, I think she was trying to conceal if it cried or not. That's me. Now, they said the cause of death is entrapment, and the death is ruled a homicide, which is really not in her favor. And the defense is going to have a hard time proving that this child was not alive now that the autopsy report is out. And it says, check this out. They said the big thing about this is to prove if the baby had lung expansion or not, meaning did he take his first breath? It says the final pathological diagnosis, which they ran all these tests to find out if he had air in his lungs or anything. And it says this: number one, he had aerated lungs, right? So it means he did take a breath when he was born. Number two, he had air in his stomach, meaning I guess he wasn't fed, he didn't eat or anything like that. It said number three, and this is very important, it said he had no decomposition, meaning it was a newborn baby. Like she just gave birth to this baby. So it wasn't like, it didn't have time, to exist. Now, with that being put out the way, we're going to go back a little bit. Ever since this happened, the nation was in shock. People were like, oh, man, that's messed up. Why'd she do that? And, she was scared. People were on opposite side of the fence. Some people were saying, hey, she should know better. That was a baby. She had that baby. What kind of person would do that to a baby? Then other people on this side of the fence were saying, oh, well, she was scared. She didn't want her mother to find out. And, oh, she was just a scared, innocent teenager and all this stuff. Listen, after looking back at this and all this stuff that came out, guys, and, it's been a lot of stuff on the internet about this. I honestly believe this, and I'm going to just say it. I think all of them knew she was pregnant. I know the boyfriend knew. Come on. The mother definitely knew. Now that all this stuff came out, go back and look at the original video of the shock when the mom's like, Alexee, I told you about girls that do that. Why would you be talking to your daughter about girls that do that? They have a baby and throw it away and don't talk about it. Come on. Just the way the mother acted just came off as fake now that all this stuff come out. And then what really messed the mother up with the fakeness was when the police came in that other video that's out there, circulating out there, when they came to arrest her, when the mother was trying to act belligerent, like, "Oh, what is this about? Ma'am, your daughter was caught up in national news for throwing her own baby in the trash. And then when the sheriffs knock on your door and ask for her, you're going to act like none of that ever happened. You got to explain to me." No, she's an adult. They don't have to explain anything to you. They came with a warrant for your daughter's arrest. Is she here or not? And that's one of these things we got to understand out here. When somebody gets to that age, especially you young kids, when you get to that age, your parents can't help you for any dirt you do in the street. They can't. They came right to the house. And then as soon as the mom seen they was persistent and the jig was up, what'd she do? All that tough talk, she start crying at the end. "Oh, please don't be rough with her when you take her." Because she knew it was over. She had a little boy and they all knew she was pregnant. I don't want to hear what nobody got to say about anything otherwise. And I'm going to tell you why. Guys, you guys seen this. Some of you seen this. If you can't, it's all over the net. She was cheerleading with her stomach sticking all the way out. Unless you got some type of parasite in you or some type of gastrointestinal infection or something, your stomach would not be distended like that. Most people know what a pregnant woman looks like. Alexee's mother was a pregnant woman at one time. You can't see the signs in your own daughter? This is crazy all the way around the board. Now they're talking about in court, the defense has to prove that the baby, now that the baby was born alive, the defense has to prove now, guys, listen to this, if the medication she was given prior to delivering this baby killed the baby. Remember, Alexee was like, "Oh, the baby came out, it wasn't moving, it didn't do anything, it didn't that." The baby was alive. Stop it. That's why you wrap that baby up in that tight package so his muffled cries could not be heard. And that's the thing. There's a difference between ignorance and willful error. She made a willful error. She did. I'm going to tell you something. No matter what's said or done about this whole situation, guys, and I want you to hit me in the comments and see if you, and let me know if you believe in what I'm about to say. I would rather, as a young lady, scared or not, face my parents than face a jury and jail time, prison time, a murder charge. Come on. We old enough to understand that. She is too at 19 years old. You pregnant and cheerleading and nobody seen nothing. Nobody in school knew you was having a baby. You live with your parents. They didn't see it. I don't know, man. This thing is just real crazy. It is. It's real crazy. Now they got to come up with a cockamamie idea of now it's the hospital's fault the baby died when it was born. Now, with that being said, listen, guys, I'm going to leave in the description box and I need you to go look at it. This is a video I've never seen before, but it's out. And it's shot out to Long Crime TV. It's a video. This video is about 17 minutes long. And it's the interview of everybody that was in the staff of what they saw and when they found the baby. When she came out of the bathroom, I'm going to just tell you one part and then I'm going to get out of here. When she came out the bathroom, because there was a nurse technician, I guess, knocking on the door. She's like, "Oh, I'm okay, I'm okay." Said after a while, constant flushing and toilet paper dispenser getting pulled. She tried to clean up the area. Soon as she leave, they'll show you the video. She's walking out, looking suspicious as hell. Walking out real quick, not looking at nobody. And they looked at her and said, "Okay, something's wrong." They go right in the bathroom. Said it was a mess in there. She couldn't even cover. It was so much carnage in there. When they described to you what this looked like, it's no way she could have cleaned that up by herself. And she didn't, because she's busted. And them hospital staff had a right to be upset. You know, we make messes and have the world clean them up like I told you. This is no different. Nobody should ever have to come in there and see a dead infant in a trash can. A dead infant anywhere. I just did the story about Winter Smith found in an alley, 2 years old. That's something you can't see. This disregard of life that we have towards each other and children now. I mean, anybody that has a child around them has some type of protective instinct, whether it's a male or female, when you have a child, to make sure the child's okay. And it's like we're lacking that now. But anyway, listen, I'm going to leave you that link. Go check that link out. It's very educational. And I think her goose is cooked. I don't think she can get out of this. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yo, shout out to Poochie for bringing this to my attention, this autopsy report. So, I do appreciate you subscribers as always. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.